engines that are designed and built to meet the requirements of the most demanding commercial applications. Now let's look at new engine features in your Technical Update notebook. The first feature we're going to look at is the Quantum 3-piece oil ring package. Early in 2004, ring packages were upgraded to include a 3-piece oil control ring on all Quantum and some Intech vertical shaft engines. The new 3-piece oil control ring package is thinner than the single-piece cast iron oil control ring. So these ring packages are not interchangeable. The end result of the new package is better oil control. To install it, you must first seat the rail expander in the ring groove. Spiral the rail down the side of the piston. Take care not to scratch or gouge the outside of the piston. Over the years, Briggs&Stratton has been required to display special identification labeling on some engines. Many export engines, for example, require unique identification before they're allowed across the borders of certain countries. As a result, additional labeling is showing up on more and more engine models. The label in most cases is a barcode label with a numerical sequence affixed to the crankcase cover or blower housing. This labeling is in addition to the stamped model, type, and code number, which will not change. Next, we're excited about a new engine feature called the Quantum Ready Start System. This is a unique and innovative starting enhancement system designed by Briggs&Stratton. It removes all the variables that may interfere with easy, problem-free engine starting. The operation of this system is similar to an air vane governor. The vane of an air vane governor regulates throttle plate position. The vane of the Ready Start system regulates the choke plate position. Both systems rely on varying degrees of air movement to control engine components. The engine choke shaft and air vane are mechanically connected, so that vane movement moves the choke on or off. A fixed spring establishes the default choke position for a cold, non-operating engine. When the engine is started, air forced against the air vane moves the choke to the off position. Should the engine speed slow down, the choke is feathered back on due to the reduction in air movement. A thermostat is used both to open the choke as the engine warms up and to prevent hot restart problems due to flooding. When hot, an engine should require little or no fuel enrichment. As the muffler gets warmer during engine operation, the thermostat arm begins to move toward the air vane. The arm will be all the way forward within 45 to 60 seconds. When the engine is shut down, the arm will limit air vane travel and consequently prevent the choke from returning to the full on position. The thermostat arm will return to its normal cold position in about an hour. If the engine is restarted within this time frame, the engine may be choked according to the thermostat arm position. What the Ready Start system means for the end consumer is that now there's a simple process for starting the mower. Check the oil and fuel and pull the rope. Spring, summer, or fall, a warm or cold start, it doesn't matter. There's no more priming. Our next feature is model 120,000 and 126,000 short pull Sousa starter. Ever notice when you pull a rewind rope that nothing happens for about the first 7 or 8 inches of rope travel? This redesigned starter uses a cup with 6 slots instead of the usual 4. The slots are the areas where the starter dogs engage. With 4 slots, the rewind pulley may have to be rotated as much as 90 degrees before the dogs will engage. The new starter reduces this rotation to 60 degrees and also pushes the dogs out sooner. The new rope length travel is about 4 to 5 inches, rather than the previous 7 to 8. That means when you pull the rope out just a little, it engages and the engine starts. We have another new starting system. This one's called the Z-Start system. The Z-Start system offers customers enhanced engine starting by fine-tuning the engine components that have the greatest effect on engine startability. The first component is the short pull Sousa starter that makes better use of the effort put into pulling the rope. Engines equipped with the Z-Start system are 30% easier to pull. The second component is a carburetor tweak that rearranged the placement of the emulsion tube air bleed holes to deliver more fuel at lower engine speeds. Also, the carburetor venturi was resized to increase low-speed air velocity. The third is a new ignition armature. A blue band at the base of the high-tension lead identifies the Z-Start advancing style magnetron ignition armature. It features a 37% increase in the number of wire turnings used in the secondary winding and a comparable amount in the primary. The increase in turns results in quick starting with less effort. So far, the Z-Start system is specified for a few model numbers within the Quantum engine family. In your notebook is a description of a new block heater designed for the 20 cubic inch snow engine. There's a 120 volt version for the North American market and 240 volt for the European market. Oil overheating and oxidation is prevented by the thermistor, which automatically shuts the unit down before the temperature reaches a dangerous level. Please remember that these heaters are for the Intech snow application engines only. The crankcase cover on these engines is modified to allow the proper clearance of the element within the crankcase. Improvements to 35 and 38 cubic inch V-twin Vanguard vertical shaft engines include the addition of cyclonic air filter assemblies and two-barrel carburetors with internal vents. The air cleaner and vent changes result in longer-lasting air cleaners and enhanced engine performance. That's it for this year's overview of new engine features. Next up, our annual look at new products.